Welcome back to 9 Acres. I'm Dale. So today we're going to work on the 1999 Ford Ranger 3.0 V6. So we've got a few little maintenance repairs that we're going to do on this truck. One of those is we got vacuum lines that are coming to our EVAP system here. And I'll show you. These things are old, deteriorated, and when we fire up the truck, the vacuum on the truck will completely collapse this because it just has no integrity left in it. And that's given us some EVAP codes and things like that. We're going to start with that. If that doesn't fix it, then I'll diagnose the code and try to see what else could be causing that to happen. You can see that that hose is so deteriorated, it's just breaking down, and it's like, it's nasty. So we're going to do that. Also today, we're going to change all the spark plugs and wires on the truck. We developed a little bit of a miss in it, and I changed out, I had an error code P0305, which was a cylinder 5 misfire. So I pulled the spark plug on that hole, left the plug hooked into the wire, cranked the truck over, and I had spark, but it was a very ugly spark. It was dull. It was not a good hot bright spark, and the spark plug showed a little deterioration. So I went ahead and replaced that one hole with a brand new plug. It made a big difference. The hard miss went away, but I still can feel a little fine miss. It just seems like it needs some new plugs. So I'm going to do that today, and I'll show you what some of those older plugs look like. So yeah, come along. So I got me some new vacuum hose here, so we're going to measure off the length of that vacuum hose. It's the same length because this is my first one that I've taken off to replace. I'm just using a pair of lineman's pliers that has a sharp edge on it to cut this. I usually like to use diagonal cut pliers, something along that line. And I found that this usually works really well to make a good clean cut on it. So there's our first length. Let's go ahead and get it put back on there. I'm liking that. It's a good, really snug, really tight fit to get on. Almost feels like it's not exactly big enough, but I'd rather it be like that than if it goes on really easy. Could be that it's the wrong length of hose. So got that end on. Now let's get this end on. And now we got part of it on there. Now I've got a curved hose right here that I'm going to go ahead and replace it too. Kind of wish I would have cut that hose just a little bit shorter. But it will be okay. Can always trim it off a little bit more to get that fit just right. In fact, I think I'm going to do that. Oh yeah, I like that better. So now we'll go ahead and get this other one off. Man, you can really tell how deteriorated that hose is. It's flat. You can see all the cracks in it. It's really deteriorated. So, new one gonna put on. So, got our hoses on. I'll show you. Got brand new vacuum hose here. Brand new vacuum hose here. It goes to our EVAP here. Now we're going to work, right now, what we're going to work on is those spark plugs. So we got this 6-cylinder, we got 3 on each bank. I'm going to start with the easiest one to get to, which is right there, because we've already done the next one back. Then we've got a third one clear back there. And we got 3 more on the other side. So let me go ahead and get this one out. So first one out, and we can look at that. It's discolored, it's eroded. I just, doesn't look very good. Looks like it's got some age on it. Even though, I think Rooster replaced these like, probably they have probably about 2 years worth of running now. They are platinum plugs, and I am not a fan. A platinum plug has a very small electrode at the bottom of it that comes to very much of a tip, and that tip erodes pretty fast. This engine wasn't really designed for platinum plugs. It was actually designed for copper plugs, so that's what we're going to put back in it. So let me get a new plug, get it replaced. This is also the point that you replace wires while you're doing this. Spark plugs and wires are wear parts. They're not lifetime. They are made to be changed. So we're going to change both of them. So now we're going to remove the first spark plug wire. We'll match it up with the new spark plug wire and put it back in place. Okay, so I got all 6 spark plugs over here changed. I got all the wires off. Now I'm going to put all brand new wires back on from our coil pack. They route back around to all of our plugs. Well, I have the one side done. I've got the driver's side bank done, which is cylinders 4, 5, and 6. I've got them completely done. New plugs, new wires. So now it's time to do 1 through 3 on the other side. I'm not looking forward to it, y'all. Pretty tight quarters in there to try to get to do this side. But you know, that's the deal with working on stuff yourself, is you can't just let a job like that scare you from doing it. If it's in your way, take it off. Now, as long as it is not a high functioning part, like the coolant bottle, the windshield washer bottle, if I'd remove those and get them out of the way, that opens up so much more room that I can get in there. And it's just a few bolts to take them off. It's not some kind of major engine component. And it's easily taken off, easily put in back. So I may do that. There are some things like air conditioner lines that most people don't have the tools necessary to work on, recover that refrigerant, recharge that refrigerant, or the proper training to do that. So I wouldn't recommend doing that. But, you know, the rest of it, you know, you can remove coolant lines, you can remove bottles, you can remove air filter cover, things like that, so that you can get in there and work on stuff. And actually, you know, that's not a shade tree thing. That's not a hack. That is what was intended. I mean, when you take this to a shop, a professional shop, that's the tricks they already know. Hey, if I remove this, this, and this, I can get right to that component. So what's the difference? It's just a matter of you learning the same steps. So we're going to get in there and get this side done. So they're done. All three new ones over here. New plugs and wires on the other side. So all brand new 6 plugs and wires. And by the way, it's starting to get hot out. It's noon now. I had to attend to a phone call and a business matter for my job. So I had to step away for a little while. Now it's starting to warm up. I'm glad I'm done with this. And I'm going to tell you right now, that number 3 right back there, cylinder, I'm not running to volunteer if one of you need it done. Okay, I probably will because that's just in my nature. But it's a booger bear. And it's just because I'm short on one end. I got short arms and I got Popeye arms. And it's kind of hard to get down in there. A smaller statured, taller person would probably have no problem. But for me, I kind of have to get in awkward positions to get it. But I got her done anyway. Let's fire it up and see what it sounds like. Sounds good. And my fine mist is gone too. So much butter, that small, fine mist that I had, that you could just kind of feel it setting there, almost like a quiver. That's gone. So plugs, wires, solved that. I'm curious to see how much better it's going to run, how much better the mileage will be. Also, our vacuum hoses solved that problem. I no longer have collapsed vacuum hoses over there. So it's about time for me to move on to the next job. So if you enjoy these kind of videos, hey, make sure that you like, subscribe, come back and see us again. Till next time, farm on. Keep strong. I love you, and so does God.